Jai Hind, dear students. Today we'll study Geography Chapter 4 Climate. In this chapter, you will learn about the atmospheric conditions that prevails over our country, India. Right. So, at the very beginning, we'll try to understand what is climate and what is weather. So, whenever we'll try to say climate or weather, both the concept will be different. So first, what is climate? You know, climate that refers to the sum total of weather conditions and variations over a large area for a long period of time that can be more than 30 years. And weather refers to the state of the atmosphere over an area at any point of time. And the elements of weather and climate are the same, like the temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, and precipitation. Now, on the basis of the monthly atmospheric conditions, the whole year is divided into mainly three seasons, that is, winter, summer, and rainy seasons. And these seasons are always controlled to our Indian climate. And if we consider the main controlling factors of the Indian climate, that will include first the latitude. The latitude, the amount of solar energy receives, that varies according to the latitude due to the curvature of the earth. And that's why air temperature generally decreases from the equator towards the poles. Next, the altitude. The atmosphere becomes less dense and temperature decreases when we go to the higher altitude from the earth's surface. And this is the reason why hills are cooler during the summer times, right? Number third, pressure and wind system. This is very important climatic controls that prevails in our country. The pressure and wind system of any area depends on the latitude and altitude, and it influences the temperature and rainfall pattern. Number 4, distance from the sea. The sea exerts a moderating influence on the climate, and as the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases, and people experience extreme weather conditions. This condition is known as the continentality. For example, very hot during summer and very cold during winters. Number 5, ocean currents. Ocean currents, along with onshore winds, affect the climate of the coastal areas. And for example, any coastal area with warm or cold currents flowing past it will be warmed or cooled if the winds are onshore. Number 6, relief features. This is also very important, determining the climate of India. Relief plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. High mountains act as barriers for cold or hot winds, and they may also cause precipitation if they are high enough and lie in the path of rain bearing winds. And precipitation is any form of moisture which falls to the earth, and it includes rain, snow, hail, and sleet. These are the form of precipitation: rain, snow, hail, and sleet. Now we'll try to understand the factors which are affecting the India's climate. First, latitude. The Tropic of Cancer, we know that the Tropic of Cancer that passes through the middle of the country, if you consider the Rann of Kutch in the west, and from the Rann of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. So the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from Rann of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. And India's climate has characteristics of tropical as well as subtropical climates. Altitude. India has mountains to the north and also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters owing to the mountains, and the subcontinent experiences comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia. The pressure and winds. So it is very clear that the climate and weather conditions in India are governed by some of the important atmospheric conditions like pressure and surface winds, upper air circulation, and most importantly, the western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. Air moves from the high pressure area over the southern Indian Ocean in a southeasterly direction, and it crosses the equator and turns right towards the low pressure areas over the Indian subcontinent. And these are known as the southwest monsoon winds, and these winds blow over the warm oceans, gather moisture, and bring widespread rainfall over the territories of India. So, in the next class, we'll try to understand the Indian monsoon. Okay.